Katrina from Taiwan.
Annina from Finland.
I'm Sarah from the Czech Republic.
Also Sarah from Taiwan.
And Tina from Finland.
Vandana is our name. We choose it because it means looking far away. And the third word is positive energy, respect, and freedom of mind. Because when the birds behind us, it means we are in a higher place. And when we have freedom of our minds, we can look far away. And the 7 colors is used to show the positive energy in chakra, and we use it to show our positive energy. And in our team, the most important thing is to respect and support each other. Okay.
So we got our challenge from Club Toften. It's an after-school club for children aged till 9 till 12. And the challenge is how can we facilitate new ideas or activities through member involvement / co-creation without the kids losing their interest in the process of development. And they also have this room in the club. They call it the chaos room because it's right there. And they have been using it as a storage, but they wanted us to come up with new ideas how to use the room.
And here is the innovation model that we used as our path during this challenge. And it's also our path in this presentation. And it starts from the relations, and we define, then it's research, ideate, prototype, and test.
First of all, we needed to start with our network. So we started right with our challenge owner, Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth again. We also wanted to meet the children that we were dealing with, so we went to Club Toften. We were also very grateful for useful advice and feedback given by our teacher, Frank. We were also thinking that maybe in Club West, it is a club that works quite similarly, we can maybe get some good points, some good inspiration. So we visited Christian, who has just left, and asked him several questions. And we were also seeking out some practical experience. So we've contacted my friend and my uncle who work in youth clubs in the Czech Republic.
Yes, and the defined phase, we create a timetable like this. Yeah, and then we can clearly see and make sure we can do it, and we can do everything before our presentation. And also we keep our focus on why are they unmotivated, and about what can we do to motivate them.
And we wanted to come up with a meaningful and valuable solution that fits all of them, the children, the parents, and pedagogues.
And also we setting our focus and think of a key point of motivation because we think it's most important during our activity. And we also make a questionnaire for the children and parents. We want to know how is the parent think and also the children, because we want to know what they want to do or what they want to learn in the club. And we also do a research for the parents. It's showing that it's important for the parents to be interested in what their children do. So we think it's very important, so we make 2 questionnaires for them.
And we made them first in English, and we had some help to translate it into Danish, and you just got the Danish version, so you can check that.
In the research part at the beginning, just as Sarah mentioned, we sending the questionnaire to the child and parents in Club Toften, and because we want to know their expectation. And then we went to visit Club Toften, and this is their environment, and we are mainly focused on the room called classroom. And in this club, they can do as they want. Children can choose what they want to do and if they want to come. And they are unique because of the music room and the lecture. And after that, we went to Club West, and this is the environment. Then we talked to the Christian. And in this club, there are many focus on
the relationship, and they want to build up their social skills in a different way.
This is what we got from our observations and from our interviews, but we were also seeking out some academic evidence. So from the first article, we got keywords from all of them, but in this one, they mentioned parents as the motivators, which also Christian mentioned. And indeed, parents can be very important for children as motivators, as well as children's friends. And it's all about that it gives autonomy to the children, and it's much better to have small, realistic goals that the children can experience the success. From the second article, we learned about 4 motivational strategies that we were also using later in our concept. And as you can see, I think you know, like rewards or negative consequences, which bring usually external motivation. But for example, to know the value of an activity or giving a choice to the children, it's also very important, and it brings mostly the inner motivation. Again, we found there the keyword autonomy, so we were thinking, okay, it is probably something. And they were also talking about self-determination, and that it's very important to give children the reasons why they are doing what they are doing. From next article, again, providing information, so again, yes, it is something. They were also mentioning teachers' attitude, which basically can be also the attitude of pedagogues or parents. So it is also, yeah, what happened? It is important to focus on this as well. And they were talking about education of parents, which for us can mean that parents should know what the children are doing and also check it and give some feedbacks to the children that it can motivate them next time as well. We were also taking inspiration from video on YouTube from David Ping, and he mentioned 3 keywords: autonomy, again, purpose, which is basically what and why, and mastery, that children can continue in what they like and become better and better. And we really like the quote that was mentioned there: make the world a little bit better. And that is what we were trying to do with our challenge and with our concept that will be mentioned soon. And to give you a better idea, because the research was very important for us to get more to know about motivation, this is a short video that shows, kind of summarizes it all, and it comes from one official website of schools in the United States.
When you're a kid, grown-ups often offer rewards to get you to do something. It can be easy to get used to the reward and be motivated to do things only because you'll know you'll get something at the end. Rewards can be okay sometimes, but there's another kind of motivation that comes from the satisfaction of achieving something. You know when you finish doing something that was a lot of work and nobody's paying you any money, and maybe nobody even saw what you did, but you're still proud and you feel satisfied on the inside? This kind of internal motivation is what really matters to my kids' success. Turns out that pride in a job well done matters more than good grades or prizes. Why? It helps kids feel good about themselves when they achieve a goal, and that encourages them to keep challenging themselves. I really want to teach my kids this, but how?
You're asking a very good question.
Huh? Oh, hello.
Right about the time your kids turn 9 or 10 is a perfect time to teach them about being satisfied by their achievements. May I offer some wisdom?
Okay.
There are 3 things you can do. Let your child do things without your help. Give him a challenge or a responsibility and let him figure it out by himself. You can also help your child get that feeling of accomplishment by breaking down projects into smaller tasks so he can experience small successes. And to help your child feel good about his achievements, be sure to celebrate each achievement, even if it's a small one. These steps will help your child feel good about himself and not just about prizes and rewards that come from the outside. They'll feel more responsible and independent and that will prepare him to face bigger challenges ahead. Shall we?
Sure.
We were also trying to find some information or inspiration from our home countries. So, for example, in my country, in the Czech Republic, I asked my friend who works as a leader in Scout Club, and he told me that it's very, very difficult to motivate all the children because they are so different. But basically, if he gives them the reasons and shows the small goals, small steps, and sometimes also give them the direction, then it works pretty well. And from my uncle, I asked him, how do you motivate the children that you teach judo? And he told me, games, 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 all the time, it works. But we got also other inspiration.
So me and Tina contacted some clubs in Finland too, and we actually got the same answer from all of them, which is that it depends on the children and it's